Hey there, Beyond Hypnosis TV luminaries. Thanks for joining me again. Today I'm going to be revealing more about me. But I want you to make sure that you go over to tamshealthykitchen.com and check out all of my offerings there, whether it is my spiritual healing practices with hypnotherapy, whether it is the New Body Herbs, whether it is my books, the Tam's Healthy Kitchen books. Check it out and look at all of the offerings. I think there's something there that you can use and it will benefit you. Also, you want to check out my 21-day manifestation course. Oh my gosh, this course will help you to identify what's blocking you from achieving your goals and living the life of your dreams. It's a 3-week course where you will not only be utilizing at your own pace tools like videos and questionnaires for journaling, but you'll also be having a weekly coaching session with me, which is provided as part of the course. It's awesome. You'll also want to take a look at my book, Spiritual Healing Through a Breakup. Now, don't be put off by the title. This is beyond a breakup. This is a book that helps us to partner with pain so that we can navigate through any difficult changes in life. We know that when we break up, we've lost something and our life has to start all over in a new direction. But also, we might lose a job. You know, we might notice a change in our lives where a part of us is no longer relevant. All kinds of change and loss can disrupt everything. And this book can help you to maneuver and learn tools to help yourself use that pain as your best friend. Well, as I told you in previous episodes, I am letting secrets out of the bag. I'm revealing more and more about myself, some things that I might have kept hidden in private. Well, all that is in the past. So, another thing that you may not have known about me, something that you might not have even guessed. I'm a homesteader. I am an avid gardener. And one thing about this season that we're in, this COVID-19, is that a lot of people are recognizing the fact that we don't have any control over our food. Whoa! Industrial Revolution has us all jam-packed in tight spaces, you know, in cities where food is shipped in and people are very dependent upon the supermarket as well as the trucking companies and all these things. And so people are waking up to the fact that they need to start growing some of their own food. They need to start taking their own well-being and putting it into their own hands where you can actually control at least some of it. And so I've always been an avid gardener. You know that I use a lot of analogies of the mind and the garden, planting seeds of thought and all of that, the subconscious, you know, the seed being buried in the fertile soil and all that. Well, all of that comes from a very real place. It comes from my experience as a gardener. Now, during this time, you know, I've had a lot more time to get involved in gardening and experimenting. I've actually experimented not just with patio gardening, since I don't have a big yard right now, putting things in 5-gallon buckets, large containers, growing things hydroponically inside, like lettuce and microgreens, sprouting. It's amazing. It empowers you to recognize that you do actually have control over what you're eating. It also helps you to step away from eating more of the processed foods and simplifying the nutrition that you're giving your body, which is more important than having an abundance of meats and processed foods and things that we really just don't even need. You know, if you can at least grow some of your food, you're going to be in a better place, you're going to be healthier, and you're going to be more connected spiritually with what you're putting into your body. So your energy, your stamp, your vibration is in your food, and that means it'll be more suited for you as an individual. It will have traveled less distances. Sometimes our food is coming from way across the country or across the world. It's picked before it's even ripe so that it can make it across, to lengthen its shelf life. It's sprayed with things to make it last longer. So when you can grow your own food, oh my gosh, your hand was in that soil. You were the one that planted that seed. It's right there. It's fresher. How much fresher can that be? I remember, oh my gosh, many years ago when my children were young, we had about a 15 by 12 foot space. And my goodness, we grew fresh corn, we grew collard greens, we grew peppers, we grew carrots, all kinds of string beans. We grew lettuce, we grew broccoli and spinach. I mean, I can't even think of of course, tomatoes. I mean, we were able to go out and pull corn right off of the stalk, drop it in that boiling water, and eat it right then at mealtime. The kids learned a lot about clearing the way, about amending the soil, getting the stones and the, debris out of it. They learned a lot about composting, turning the soil, actually flipping from a summer garden to an autumn garden, being able to use your garden pretty much year-round. We were in California then, so it was a lot easier to do that. Here in Washington State, you've got a shorter growing season, but you can grow things inside. Highly nutritious sprouts and microgreens. Lettuces grow inside well in hydroponics. And so I'm going to show you a bunch of imagery and pictures about my garden, and I will keep you up to date on it. The hydroponics, growing inside, brand new to that, but I've always wanted to explore that. So I just want to shout out to a lot of YouTubers that I've been learning from. I know the Lead, Mr. and Mrs. Lead, they're awesome. I will actually put down in the description box some links to some gardeners who have really inspired me and given me information that was so helpful. But as time goes on and I'm sharing more of myself with you, revealing who I really am and what I really love with you, in the hopes to inspire you to also take control of your life, do what you love, free your mind, and the rest will follow. And so I hope you do enjoy what I share. Hopefully I'll be sharing also some recipes of things that I have learned with my fresh foods that I'm growing. Actually, right on the patio, I am growing Swiss chard. I am growing zucchinis, string beans, several types of tomatoes, lettuce, various herbs such as basil and cilantro. I'm also growing rosemary, chocolate mint, which is delicious, chives, scallions. I'm also growing, there's some cabbage, and I'll be showing that to you. And I'm hoping that you'll be inspired no matter where you are in the country. You can grow year-round. Hydroponics, it's an experiment for me, but oh my gosh, what I'm doing is some of the bottle method, where you put your seed inside, you allow it to grow inside of some fertilized water, which is specially designed for hydroponic growing. But then I also have some things in the deep water method, which is basically where it's in a big bucket, and I'll be showing that to you, a big bucket with basically air hose like you use in a fish tank, with the stone, and so it's bubbling all this oxygen to the roots of your plants in the nutritional mixture that you put in. And it's quite exciting, it's quite interesting. I love it. I mean, certainly you're going to have a little cost with your electricity, but just imagine how much you're saving on those fresh vegetables. And, microgreens are expensive. And the seeds are just very, very inexpensive, and they last forever. And but anyway, this is another secret that I'm revealing to you of who I really am, and hoping that it will inspire you to explore new things in your life, to take back your own power, to be in control of what you're consuming and what you're eating. And also pass that down to your children so that they have an appreciation for putting their hands in the soil and being in charge of what they're eating. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. Focus on the good in the world, and help yourself grow as an individual by trying out new things, partnering with people, and exploring what works for them. Peace and blessings. Until next time.